Good morning, 819S. Today, going out for a ride, and first thing that starts my ride is some shirobai. I'm surprised. Don't know what they're doing, but it's interesting and nonetheless. Today, it's 25 degrees and a high of 31, so I'm curious to see if this heat wave is over. And I'm actually really curious to see what the rain is going to do next week. Usually the rain will pull the temperatures down a little, but according to the weather forecast, the temperatures aren't getting that much cooler, so it might end up feeling cooler even though the thermometer might not say so. And I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Thought today about a lot of different topics. I haven't come up with the perfect one, to be honest. I think a lot of the topics that I was planning on talking about today they all require a little bit more planning and in-depth conversation than I've prepared. Yesterday I spent a little more time editing the video than I had planned on, so. But basically yesterday I talked about places that I often go around the Tokyo area. And so today I want to talk about some places that I would like to go but I haven't been to yet. And I think there are three big ones. There's an uncountable list of places that I would love to go. Really, the list is so unbelievably long. One of the big things that I would like to do is to visit every prefecture in Japan. So in the US we have states, there's 50 states. In Japan they have prefectures. Oh man, I always forget the number, 47, 48, something like that. I would love to visit every prefecture at least once. That's a dream of mine. So that means I'd like to travel the whole country, and if I can, by motorcycle. And an even bigger part of the dream would be to actually stay in each of the places. So stay in a hotel overnight or stay for a few days, go camping, something like that. There is an interesting website that somebody made. I believe it's a Taiwanese web designer and graphic designer that made it, that lets you kind of calculate your Japan score. I'll try to put the link in the description. My Japan score is basically focused mostly on central Japan. I forgot what the number is off the top of my head. It's like 46 or something like that. But yeah, that's one of the main things, is to visit every prefecture if possible. And as for specific places, this year, if everything works out right, the main place I would like to go is the Venus line in Nagano. If you Google VENUS, Venus line, LINE, Venus line, it's a pretty famous place. It's a long road that rides along the tops of the mountains and just has really amazing views of the rolling hills and the mountains and the Japanese Alps. It looks like paradise. There's farms nearby, so you can stop and get food, and you can get dairy, so I think there's like fresh ice cream and things like that around there. Just spectacular, very photogenic. I don't want to necessarily take photos there, but you know, photogenic places typically really beautiful, so I guess that's number one. That's my hope for this year. If I could go other places, the next place would be the Super Rindo in Shikoku. For people who don't know, Rindo is a forest road. It's a road that runs through the mountains. Around Tokyo, Kanagawa area, they are typically 2, 3, 4, 5 kilometers long. They're not really long roads usually. They're in the mountain areas. They go through the roads so that the forestry service can clear out the dead trees and brush. They can do maintenance in the mountains. And I believe they're also there for access for fire trucks and ambulances and stuff like that in the case of emergencies. So yeah, Rindos are typically kind of short. There's a Super Rindo in Shikoku that is about 90 kilometers long. And I have no idea what it's like to ride it. My guess is it's a little bit scary once you reach the middle, because typically in a Rindo there's no support whatsoever. Meaning there's no convenience stores, there's no gas stations, there's no people, there's no houses. So I believe this is a 90-kilometer road, and if anything happens, you're stuck. And even in Tokyo, Kanagawa area, when you start getting into the mountains, just 1 or 2 kilometers into the mountains, you might end up in a place with no cell phone service. So if you have some kind of incident, you might end up being stuck, waiting for another rider or driver to come by or something like that to help you out. It seems like a fun place because I like nature. Don't know what kind of wildlife there is there. I believe there's boars, maybe monkeys, snakes, birds, hakubisin, stuff like that. Typical mountain life in Japan, deer and seros. So yeah, that's another huge one on my bucket list. And then the third one, today I'm going to keep the list short, just stick to 3. The other one is Kenny Road. Kenny Road is a road that has a second name. Motorcyclists call it Kenny Road because it's named after Kenny Roberts, the motorcycle racer. I believe it's called the Aso Green Road or something like that. It seems like a really great place. It's a popular destination for motorcycle tourists. Again, really great nature views and things like that. That's definitely one of the big ones on my list. Yeah, I could go on and on and on, but like I said, I'm not really prepared. I don't have the list of all the names and prefectures and everything memorized, especially with no coffee in me. If anyone who's watched this over and over again understands, I definitely need my coffee in the morning. But what I would like to know is, where do you want to go when you come to Japan? Do you have any plans to go touring somewhere? Is there a specific place that you're interested in? Is there a place that you have been that you think is absolutely spectacular? So I'd like to know. Leave your comment down below. And yeah, I hope I can go there someday. And with that, I'll wrap this one up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Get out there and ride. Definitely ride safe. I'm leaving a little bit. I left my house a little bit earlier than usual, but I'm so curious. Is the traffic usually this bad this early in the morning? Or is this only today?